Ladies and gentlemen, fwah, 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 fwah. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Great to see you guys. We already got 35 people up in here, and we didn't even start yet. Oh, man. Okay, we got kind of an exciting stream that we're going to jump into today with a couple, really two topics that I found fascinating, incredibly fascinating. A few people are asking what I got at the gun shop today. I will share it with you, okay? It's not something that I built, okay? This is not, not like me, right? Typically I'm building, not buying, but hey, sometimes you got to buy something. I'll give you a hint. It may be tough to see it, but it may be right there. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into it. You guys are going to see a little bit of a different intro this evening, and there's a reason why. But let's go ahead and go back to where it all first began. Dang old Matt, what's up, brother? He was the first in here this evening, and I'd like to say congratulations. And you, sir, are due at least one crisp high five. Congratulations. So, dang old Matt, a channel member. Kurt24, channel member. Mike McClune, what's up, brother? Channel member. We got Toy Town Inc., channel member. Rusty Trombone Shackelford, channel member. Kurt and Toy Town Inc. We said what's up to y'all. Dang old Matt, who was number one. Key ASC, another channel member. Mike McClune, what's up, brother? Channel member who didn't receive a notification today, which is crazy. This is crazy. We got Rusty Crusty Shackelford. We already talked about you. My bad. Moose 47, what's up, brother? Another channel member. T for Tejas, channel member. Holy cannoli, this is crazy. All y'all are channel members now. I remember when it was like just a few green people, and then everyone else. Let me say this differently. I remember when the names of the viewers were black, and then the channel member names were green. Now it's like everyone has a green name. I got people come in and they're like, "Why is my name not green or blue?" So, yeah, it's good to have y'all, man. I'm grateful for the whole community we got here. Y'all are just awesome. Yeah, so I'm pumped to get into it tonight. So let's do this. T for Tejas, Mike McClune, Kurt 24, Rusty Trombone Shackelford. Who else? C&T Designs and Arms. What's up, brother? Good to see you. C&T Designs and Arms also has a great channel, highly underrated channel, and he reports on shit that be going down. All right, so go to him for stuff. Okay. Goonbeam, the beamest of the goons. This dude has a dope ass flashlight company, and if y'all don't patronize it, you got to. You got to. He just dropped something called the Cloud Defense Killer. I'm just kidding. I made that part up, but it is 110,000 lumens. Damn, crazy. But I rock a Goon meme every day, all day for my EDC, and you never know when that thing is going to come in handy. You never know when you need 85,000 lumens in an EDC flashlight. So I digress. My apologies. Michael Bailey, another channel member. Fire Otter, what's up, brother? Channel member. EDXR920. Actually, you know what? You know what that deserves? EDXR920. It just sounds like one of those names. Alabama in the house. Live life. What's up, brother? Rose Blight. Blitty. Rose Blitty. I'm gonna say Rose Blitty because she's Liddy. You know what I'm saying? That's a good thing, Rose. Timbo Slice, both all y'all actually channel members, very gracious channel members that typically give away memberships too. So thank you. Tech Money, what's up, brother? Another channel member. Existence Mundane channel member. Good God, it's crazy. Let's all move to Indiana. We're gonna talk about it. It's an interesting one. Blade Bye, good to see you in here. This is 2 streams in a row. I feel honored. Oh my God, y'all, is this the Ron Wayne? The Ron Wayne in my stream? Man, no way. You know what would be crazier is if like his wife is here too. So if we got like Ron Wayne on one hand and then like Misty, Misdemeanor, Miss Wayne in here too, that would be crazy. Senor Bub, good to see you. Another channel member, great to see you. Kurt, my tech, Madam. Oh, I guess Madam's channel membership fell through. That's okay. Michael Bailey says, "Let's go." This is great. Who else? Okay, Timbo Science Card 24, Key ASC, Blade Bye. Dang on Matt Bob. Okay, sorry, we're getting through it, y'all. We're getting through it. Goonbeam, do the HK slap. Whoosh, slap, bro. You know, I got a good idea. See, this is what. Hold up. No. Oh my God. Are you serious? Yo, Rusty Trombone Shackleford just gifted 5 channel memberships. Bro, we just got started. We didn't even get into the value yet, and you guys are already giving. It's like you're listening to rules number 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 47. Thank you guys, man. That's incredible. Everyone give a big shout out to Rusty Trombone Shackleford. That's dope. Just coming in and just giving right out of the gate. That's what's up, man. You're making a big impact. Thank you. Oh, and here we go. Misty Misdemeanor Mrs. Wayne up in here. I see. I told you guys. Great to see you. And thank you for gracing us with your presence along with your husband. Shogun Customs. What's up, brother? Another channel member. And my apologies. Misty Miss Wayne is also a channel member. Fire Rodder 80XR 920. Zeeth. Good to see you. Another channel member. Another goddamn bacon. Another channel member. This is crazy. We're gonna have to find a different way to do this, y'all. We're 10 minutes in, and I've only said hello. Not that I'm. Hey, trust me, I'm grateful for this. Me and my guest are grateful for this. This is my guest today. Just in case you don't know, this is my guest. So let's do this. It's all good. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun either way. Okay, so Ron Wayne, Fire Rodder, JLM. Hey, what's up, brother? Good to see you. We're gonna get through to our honorable mentions. Just want to make sure I didn't miss anybody. Hold up. More gift boners. Better So Dark, the pip slap. The pip. Is that different from the pimp slap? JLM, what's up, brother? Another no way. Hold up. Key ASC gifted ones too. What? Oh my God. Now Key ASC gifted another 5 channel memberships too. Holy shit, you guys. This is crazy. I can't keep up with this. And the funny thing, just so you guys know, like a lot of people probably come in and watch this that like don't know us or the community or me. And then they're like, this guy isn't even acknowledging his community when they gift memberships. So what happens is StreamYard does not show us, the content creator, that people are doing this. We have no idea. So the fact that you guys tell me and actually let me know puts me at a huge advantage because, we take care of each other. You know what I'm saying? So thank you for that. So Key ASC, brother, thank you. I appreciate you. And all the people that you blessed, including my backup account, as a matter of fact, are grateful for you. So thank you. I appreciate you. Who else we got up in here? So, and let me know how I'm coming across, y'all. Give me a 5x5 if you could. Hey, Boom Thumb McBangy Hand. What's up, brother? Too many choices. Says 9mm for the win. And the NFA is unconstitutional as applied to individuals. Joe Morris, another channel member. Hey, look at that. Man Against the Masses. Got his shit reinstalled like that, man. You guys, what would I do without y'all? What would I do without you? I'm just kidding. I can't sing at all, actually. Okay, you guys probably just learned that too. 5x5. Excellent. Good to hear. We are all good people. We say thank you. We say please and thank you. Thank you. 25. 5 times 5 equals 25. All right, so honorable mentions. We got Damien. We got Ron Bear. We got Martin Kaminsky. What's up, brother? Is the guest McLovin? Yes, the guest is McLovin, and he's with us. Hold on, let me move this. He is with us in spirit and physically with us right now. David Michael, what's up, brother? You got 3 things coming out to you, Mr. Michael. So keep a lookout. Congrats on becoming a channel member to my own channel. That's crazy, right? If I could, I would give it to somebody else. Silverback Tactical and Defense. What's up, brother? Good to see you. JLM. Dang. Okay. How is JLM a member 1 second and then not a member I'm so confused. I'm so confused. That's okay. That's okay. We're all friends here. And guys, when I do this, like, I want to honor the channel members. That doesn't mean that, like, non-channel members like aren't great. Like, JC9, what's up, brother? Constitutional Carpenter, what's up, brother? Bro, we're all the same. We're all here for the same shit. All right, so let's get started. Okay, so a couple things. You guys are going to see me after I do the little intro where I greet all the channel members, where I say what's up to everybody, do my little honorable mentions. You guys are going to see me run my intro again. For an example, after I greet everyone, you guys are going to see. Now the reason you're going to see that is because I'm going to honor y'all in the live stream. For those that come to the live stream, I'm going to honor you guys. Then after it's live and posted, I'm going to come back and clip that out. Okay. And the only reason I'm going to do that is because new people come in here. They don't know what we got going on. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be like, what is all this? So we're just going to start the stream right after this roll. So hang tight. Keep your hold tight. Woo! I just blew like a killer cloud, bro. I'm just kidding. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us. We are just starting the stream. We have almost 60 people in here. That's gangster. So I have to give the shout out. All of y'all know Count Dankula, right? We all know and love Count Dankula. And I'm probably going to get this stream penalized just for saying Count Dankula as many times as I desire to say Count Dankula. But here's the deal. Okay, so you guys saw the title. A new Indiana law that lets citizens shoot cops. Okay, is that odd to any of you guys? Like, does that seem a little clickbaity, a little strange? So we're going to dig into it a little bit more. And then what we're also going to be discussing tonight is because I don't give advice, and if you take advice from me, you're stealing. Someone I respect a lot says that. I would phrase this like this: what some people do and do not do when the police come to their home. How about that? Is that fair? Okay. So police officers in Indiana are speaking out against a new law that gives citizens the right, this is an interesting thing here, to use deadly force to protect themselves against a public servant who oversteps his authority. Okay. I'll hold my comments, and then we'll go over this in a moment. Tim Downs, president of the Indiana State Fraternal Order of Police, says the law, which was signed in March by Governor Mitch Daniels, apparently, but only now is getting national attention. I wonder why, with headlines like that, right? It lets them shoot police. You guys have always been allowed to, I'm just kidding. All right, let me stop. I'll explain in a moment my position. Then we can argue. You guys want to argue? We can argue. It might give people the impression that they can shoot police with impunity. It's just a recipe for disaster, he tells Bloomberg. Here, a brief guide to this controversial legislation. So what exactly does the law say? It authorizes people to protect themselves or their property by using deadly force in response to unlawful intrusion by a public servant. The measure is essentially just a public servant specific amendment to the state's 2006 so-called Castle Doctrine bill, which allows people to do whatever they have to stop someone from illegally entering a home or a vehicle, because obviously in a lot of places, the Castle Doctrine is extended to your vehicle as an extension of your domicile. Indiana is reportedly the first state to specifically allow the use of force, including deadly force, against police. The new rule was passed with a nudge from the NRA. I don't believe that shit, which has pushed permissive gun laws around the country. So here's the deal. Every single person, okay, every single human being in the world has the natural right that was given to them by God or birth or the universe or whatever y'all believe, right? Simply by being born, you have the right to protect yourself at any level of self-preservation, right? Against, imminent, risk of your health or, being, murdered, or the way I'm looking at this is that any public servant, the moment that they are doing anything illegal at all, or anything against the Constitution of the United States of America, and anything against the Constitution of the state that you live in, they're to be treated as any other civilian, right? Sorry, let me move. Oh, save, crucial save. Let me move this. It's just seltzer, y'all. It's just seltzer. Martin Kaminsky. If someone is in my house after dark, I like that, without knocking, I don't care. If they're the Pope, they're getting blasted. Facts. Yes, we do, and I will never submit to tyrants. Indiana citizen versus ATF agents. Oh God. Me and the missus say cheers. If I may. Cheers to you and yours. Merry Christmas. Farmer James. You can do whatever you want until you get caught. This has proven to be mostly true. That checks out. I'm back, perps. Oh, you missed it. We started reading all the good stuff. Martin Kaminsky, SL Daddy shooting Santa Claus. Oh, wow. That ain't right. Let me go back here, see what chats I missed here. Bloomberg News. Yeah, I don't trust anything they say. Yeah. So, in this article was taken by News Weekly, but they obviously were citing Bloomberg News, which is, hot dog shit. But I find this funny, right? Because they're saying like this law that's being passed, and it's, favorable. There are favorable firearm laws, that are being passed, and this is giving civilians the right to shoot police. Well, we've always had the right to self-preservation, regardless. Like once a public servant or once a police officer or a fireman saving a cat decides to kick down your door and start, torturing your family, it doesn't matter. I don't care if they're a teacher, a librarian, a police officer. I don't care if they're an ice cream man. They are getting stretched out if they're invading my home and they're doing anything that would put me, my family, my loved ones at risk, right? Let's keep reading this because this actually develops a little bit more. And as Count Dankula said, which I have to thank him for reading this off today, this is a based ass law. Which I thought that was funny because he's got that British accent. He's like, yeah, this is based, or what? It doesn't really sound the same. Anyway, moving along. Why did Indiana push this law? The state Supreme Court had previously ruled that citizens had no legal right to resist police officers. Okay, so this is kind of important, right? I believe that every single human being in the world has the right to defend themselves, has the right to self-preservation, and has the right to use any tool that they deem, fit for self-preservation. That's none of the government's business at all, state or federal, right? Sorry. So the state Supreme Court had previously ruled that citizens had no legal right to resist police officers, even in a case of unlawful entry. And you hear about that all the time, right? Like people say, even if the police are in the wrong, even if the police are acting illegally, even if it's, fruit of the, poison tree or whatever, just lay down and take it, and then you'll figure it all out in court and stuff. What? What kind of shit is that? Like, are you crazy? Nuts. Let's see. Right, versus police officers. Even in a case of unlawful entry. So before this new law was passed, explains Republican State Senator Michael Young, people had no legal right to protect themselves from abuse at the hands of the authorities. Indeed, he says a homeowner could do nothing in the hypothetical case in which he returned home to find a police officer raping his wife other than filing a lawsuit. Bro, I don't care. Again, the Pope, the librarian, the pastor at my church, it could, I probably shouldn't say that. It could be anybody, right? It doesn't matter. And if anything, you holding a position in which you are guaranteed to be armed is just going to make me, drop that sub 2-second draw on you a little bit faster. Next, it says, is this really necessary? Not according to law enforcement officials. Well, of course not. Who lobbied against the bill. They say it's wholly unnecessary, as Indiana was not exactly being marauded by rogue cops. Well, if they weren't, they're definitely not going to now. And we've never seen anything like that happen, right? We've never seen anywhere being marauded by rogue police. There's never been rogue police, ever, right? And now anyone who's drunk or distraught might think he has a legal right to shoot a police officer in a dispute. It just puts a bounty on our heads, Downs tells Bloomberg. I'm sorry, guys. I gotta, cite the source of where the story's coming from. Sergeant Joseph Hubbard, for one, says he now worries that every time he pulls over a car, the driver might shoot him. Don't you always think about that? Isn't that why you this particular law that's passed in Indiana shouldn't be any different from a normal day at work, right? This isn't giving anybody the tools or the right just to willy-nilly just shoot a bunch of, police officers, whatever. This is just saying that if a police officer, this is a form of accountability. I see it as a form of accountability. And this gives people the right to treat police officers that are acting illegally as civilians. That's what I see it as. So let me get back here. So reading that again, for one, says he now worries that every time he pulls over a car, the driver might shoot him and cite the law as justification, which that's bullshit. No one's just going to shoot you and be like, but the law says I can. Somebody is going to get away with killing a cop because of this law. Dude, come on. This is not the spirit of the law. It's not the color of the law, and it's not the actual text of the law. The interesting thing here is that I'm sorry, I'm so behind on chat. So you guys, I'll come back and we'll chat a little bit. The interesting thing is that, like I said, I see this as basically accountability for the police if they are acting illegally, if they enter your home illegally without a warrant, if they, do anything illegally to put you at risk of imminent danger or severe bodily harm or risk of your life. That's it. They are to be treated as civilians. And I would say that should be the case for every single interaction, regardless if it's a police officer or I don't give a goddamn what their job is. I just think that that's fair, and that's fairness and equality. Okay, so let me go back here a little bit. Paul Revere says, absolutely. I may be reading that out of context here, but those automags are pretty killer. 30 carbine or 9mm Winchester Magnum. I'd love to have a 30 carbine, bro. Those old school 30 carbines are sick. I love them. They're basically like fast ass, 38 special, right? Kind of. Well, they're basically about a 32 ACP size, I think, but they're zipping compared to a standard 32 ACP. The state actors should be afraid of the people. It should not be the other way around. Okay. There's a saying about that, right? And Coop, I know you're familiar. It's when the people fear the government, there's tyranny. When the government fears the people, there is liberty. And that is 100% true. The fact that they're working in a law here to say that, and look, I'm not against police. I actually get a lot of shit that imminent or M&M danger. If they're in danger of receiving chocolate-covered candies, um, imminent, right? Try to say that shit 10 times fast. Um, he totally took me off track. Basically, it's the way that they've set up this law in Indiana. I don't believe that it's wrong. I don't believe that it's probably, I'll put it like this. There's some things that people just don't think about, right? People The people that are reading this that are freaking out, they don't carry a gun, right? They don't train and practice and, live a life of preparedness, self-preservation. They don't carry tools on them like we do. This is a very different type of person that's going to read this and react to it and say, oh my God, people now have permission to shoot the police. This is not what. You're right, actually. Candy covered chocolate, not chocolate covered candy. You're right. Goddamn, you guys got me. This is the thing. When you put out videos or live streams or anything, every word matters. Black words matter. Okay, sorry. Serious face on. Actually, hold on. I need nicotine first. Melts in your mouth, not in your hand. Facts. So the way I see this, like I mentioned earlier, is this is not giving anyone permission to do anything illegal. And I think people that think differently than us, people that don't live a life of preparedness and self-preservation, they're going to see this as giving people permission to shoot police. And that's just not what it is. What it is it is another form. I think it's a good, positive thing. And again, I'm not anti-police. I'm not against police at all. I am just saying that it is another layer of checks and balances, provided that we're talking about good people of integrity that will not abuse things like this. I don't think it really can be abused. If you were to take the action that we're discussing and there were not to be facts in your favor, you're probably going to be fucked either way. There's no getting away from that. But in the event that, let's say, a police officer is acting illegally, is breaking laws and entering someone's home and possibly presenting a lethal risk or a lethal threat to a homeowner, the homeowner's family, or whatever it may be, which could be like any knock and talk or any, because there's, and this kind of is why I wanted to get into kind of the second piece of this. Okay. So this is not offering impunity to people to just shoot police willy-nilly as they're, laying it out here, because what they want to do is throw out buzzwords to confuse people and say people in Indiana are allowed to shoot police. Next to the 5 o'clock news, did you hear about the earthquake? There's an earthquake. So, you can't do that. You can't lie to people. Well, you can and you do, but you shouldn't lie to people. So what they're trying to paint a picture of is that this is like the Wild Wild West, but in reality, this is just another form of checks and balances, like I mentioned, for the people to be able to protect themselves against dangerous rogue officers that are breaking the law. Now, there are some things that are going to be up to up for interpretation, right? If a lot of police, they openly break civil rights, not knowingly, not meaning to, they do a knock and talk and boom, they're in a house. Okay, well, what happens then? Is that person, they're in fear for their life? This person is armed, they're in their home. What would happen if, because police officers that are just doing a knock and talk, that are not carrying a warrant, are only allowed to do what would be included in a typical like engagement with another civilian, right? They're not allowed to go up and walk in your house, or unless there's some circumstances where they can. But let's say I just walked up to someone's house and I was wearing full kit, plate carrier, rifle on my chest, pistol and a thigh rig and all that shit, right? And I got a radio chirping and people are all confused and they look out and I'm just like, "Oh, hey, I just wanted to knock on your door and, ask just like the way that they do on a typical knock and talk, right?" And then I say that I see an emergency inside, that I need to be the one that what do you think that person would do if they were armed, if they were a person like us, if they carry their tools on them? Which is why you need to be armed even in your home. Um, I would expect for my ass to get stretched the fuck out on that front porch. That's all I'm saying. If they were equipped, I would expect it because any officer doing a knock and talk on a front porch should be, I believe, held to the same standard that any other civilian is. That's my thought on it. Again, I'm not anti-police. I fuck with police. I mean, I think that um, it's kind of a gray area because this is the thing. Like, I have a 5-year-old, right? And this is actually one of the things that Count Dankula spoke about. Like, my daughter thinks police are heroes, right? And I encourage that, and I tell her, go up to them, tell them thank you for what they do for keeping us safe. Tell them, blah blah blah. And then I'm instilling that in her because at a young age, if something does come up, I don't want her to be fearful of going to police for help, right? Now, when she's a teenager, I'm going to have to sit her down and have a conversation with her and say, "Hey, remember that thing I told you about police? Well, now we're going to talk about never talking to police without daddy or a lawyer, and kind of shifting their perspective on it." But, there are a lot of good police out there. There are a lot of great police out there. There are a lot of police, and I've ran into some in Virginia that straight up just will not break your civil rights. They're very aware of the Constitution. They're very aware of the state constitution, and they're very aware of your civil rights, and they're not going to fuck with you. And you can tell when they start citing things, and you can tell. You can also tell by the way that they treat you. Who's blowing me up here? Sorry, let me see if I miss anything. Sorry, y'all. Ah, that's why. 1 second. Oh, yeah. So that was YouTube blowing me up saying, "Dark, you received a membership for DLD After Dark." That's hilarious. Um, so, oh, my bad. Okay, Swamp Dog, my bad. I forgot to text you back, brother. Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. Okay, my apologies. So this kind of brings us to our second topic, which is, now that the new Indiana law that says that people are allowed to shoot police was discussed, which is such a clickbait bullshit headline. I mean, come on. Like, you what you want to do is you want to drive fear into the same people that it wasn't but a year and some change ago that you were telling people that all police need to be y'all know, you guys know. You know the thing, right? Like, it was you guys. You all were saying that to defund the police, to blah blah blah. And then so many good police officers left, the good police officers that probably wouldn't, like this article said, kick in your door and rape your wife and that kind of thing, right? So it's interesting, when you end up with a bunch of shitty ass police. This is bound. I mean, I'm wondering what exactly happened for this law to be written the way that it was. But anyway, that's why they wanted to do that, to write it out that way. New Indiana law that says, civilians are allowed to shoot police, so they can cause panic and cause people to think that, those MVEs are going to be shooting police all over the place, which is obviously crazy. I'm pretty sure if I say shoot police one more time, this stream is going to get taken down. um, anyway, so this brought me to a point where I was having a conversation with somebody, and this kind of made it click, right? we were talking about this is prior to this. We're talking about police being at your front door, right? And I have a family member who is very, very, very knowledgeable in law. I'll just say that. And we are having a conversation about police and police interactions, and the lawful police interactions, knock and talks versus warrants, and what some people do and don't do when police come to your front door. Hey, Evan Budzinski, what's up, brother? Carbon Q, what up? Good to see y'all. Looks like we got some tactical turkeys up in here. We got almost 80 people up in here. Hell yeah, good to see y'all, man. CDL, what up? What up? My bad, y'all. I'm not trying to ignore y'all. I find it challenging for me to stay focused. Shana member. My bad. I just want to make sure. John Rice, what up? Chris Stevenson, what up? Okay, so when this came up, hold on. CNT Designs at Arms. Excuse me. When the cops are acting within their constitutional authority, then cool, okay. But when they are off the res, then you should be able to tax that ass. Very simple way of putting it. I think that the moment that they're breaking the law, right, they should be treated as a civilian for anything, whether it's an ass whooping or you using a tool for self-preservation of your life. It depends on the circumstances, right? Because how y'all know we just talked about the shit for half an hour, right? Hold on. It's the same thing, right? Different people with different roles within our communities are held to different standards, right? But so many times there are situations, and I'm not shitting on all police, right? I want that to be very clear. But the ones that and I would like everybody to welcome the first federal agent of the evening. I'm just kidding. I built a bunch, dozens. I built dozens, but that's only because I've helped run classes of people building polymer 80s. And you guys may see some classes in the future that people can actually take that are instructed by somebody in particular, but that's all I'm going to say. I can't say anything yet. I'm not allowed to say anything. That's all. My bad. And then Madam Man Against the Best says, focus. I know, my bad. It's hard. Man, if you run a stream and you got all these people in chat, you got all these things you're thinking of, and the shit I already got pulled up, the shit I said, the shit I want to say, and I got nicotine, and I got, McLovin up here, I got, my drink. All right, hold on. We're gonna bring it up in 1 second. So I was having a conversation with my family member that is very knowledgeable when it comes to law. And the conversation of when a police officer comes to your door came up, and also just a general interaction with police. And I said, Rao Tactic, what up? Thanks for joining. And I said, well, I have no problem having a conversation with police, but I'm going to keep it very limited. I'll be kind. I'll be cordial. I'll be polite. I won't be a dick, but I'm not going to volunteer any information. So we kind of go down this road and we have this conversation about this, right? I'm just drinking seltzer, like literal just seltzer water. And as we're going through this conversation and we're talking about let's not use the police at your door yet. Okay, that'll be another conversation right after this one. Let's just say a general interaction. You're walking around, you get stopped or whatever on foot. And in the conversation, anything that you say can and will be held against you in the court of law. Okay. I don't want to say the specific thing that we're talking about because that wouldn't be wise. But if you're on foot walking around, let's say you're armed and you get stopped, as long as you're not in a state where it's a duty to inform that you're armed or anything like that, do you tell them? Do you not tell them? These were kind of all the questions we were talking about. And he was like, no, you don't say anything. You be polite, you be kind, and you say you don't answer questions. Because here's the interesting thing, and I never thought of it this way. And I've actually been in a lot of situations where I came out victorious on the other end of police interactions. But everything that you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. But did you know how people always say you cannot talk yourself out of going to jail? You cannot talk yourself out of going to jail. 90% of the time, 99% of the time, that is true. But did you know that anything that you say to the police to help plead your case, anything that you say that is to your advantage and benefit, they will not those words will not be used for you in the court of law. So there's literally absolutely no reason to ever say anything to police because you can never help yourself. Your words don't matter. What they say is anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. They don't say, and anything slick that you come up with will also help you in the court of law. No, that shit, whoop, thrown out, gone. Nothing that you say during an interaction with police will ever help you most of the times. Now, of course, I've talked my way out of shit with police. I have talked my way out of the craziest situations, and I'm grateful for that, right? But if it depends on the circumstance. I would just always say be kind. I would say be polite and don't answer questions because their job is to, go on a fishing expedition and to get information and then turn that information and use it against you, whether it's, a general interaction or there's just no reason. There's absolutely no reason to give them information unless you are bound to by law. And there's still a way to do that and not be a shitbag. You can still be kind and be polite, right? But you can also inform the police officer of your constitutional rights, right? So there's a point in time where we were talking about there's a lot of stuff going on. We were talking about the rare breed trigger. We were talking about solvent traps. We were talking about what else was going on? The auto key card thing, the CRS thing. ATF was showing up at people's front doors, and they were basically saying, "Hey, you bought more than one handgun within a 30-day period, or you bought 7 Glocks in 2 months. So we would like to see all of those." So the topic came up of what do you do? Excuse me. What do you do when police come to your door? Now, this was specifically when we were talking about the auto key card, right? And I had said, well, because I don't make recommendations, I had said what I would do is I would personally, sorry, I'm a little congested this time of year, you know what I'm saying? What I would do is I would never lie to an ATF officer that comes to your door, because if they are there at your door, you bet your ass that they have all the information. They have what you bought, when you bought it, the account you bought it with, the IP address, you were the cell tower you bounced off of, everything. And what they truly desire is for them to come up and you to be like, "No, I didn't buy it. Promise, pinky promise, I didn't buy it." And then they'll say, "Okay, thank you so much. Have a good day." And then they'll leave and come back with flashbangs and equipment to remove your door at 4:30 in the morning. Ah, man, the things I want to say versus the things I should say. So, can and will, yes, very important words, facts. Um, so this is during the time this discussion. I mean, we're talking about almost a year ago, right? I was saying it would probably be wise. Now, my outlook on this has changed. Okay. Do not lie still stands. That is important. If you lie, they will come back with a warrant. That has been proven time and time again, no matter what it is, right? People are getting arrested for this and that, here and there. I don't know if I'm allowed to say you'll be hearing some stuff reported soon about some developments of things. Okay, but let's use the auto key card for an example. If you're like, nope, 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 then they're going to come back with a warrant, right? Because they have proof that you or somebody pretending to be you at your address purchased it. So they're going to open up that door. And when they search your house, they do not fuck around. When they search a house, they are searching everything that is small enough to house the smallest part of whatever shit that they're saying that you bought. So if you're talking about a roll pin, get ready, because they're literally opening up everything in your cupboard, in your like pantry. They will cut open every box of cereal. They will cut open every bag. They will drop all that shit on the floor. They will open up kids' toys. They'll literally get the endoscope cameras or whatever. They'll go all through your ventilation system. They'll open up fucking walls. If you think that hiding things is the place to do, don't do it. Don't do it. Secondly, or not even secondly, in addition to not lying, just think about that for a moment, right? A lot of us out here, we got families and shit like that, right? Like, imagine putting your family through that because you bought something online, right? And don't buy illegal shit. Yeah, inside of walls, floors, like, there's nothing that will be kept. They will be like, it'll look like they're shotgunning beers in your garage as they open all your cans of soda and seltzer and everything. There is nothing that they will keep whole. They have no legal obligation to keep your home in, decent order. They have policies and guidelines of things that they should and shouldn't do while they're, in a search. But while they're searching, their job is to look for shit. So that's what they're going to do. So to avoid that, you don't lie. I'm sorry. To avoid that, I wouldn't lie. And I guess I could say that's advice for me to tell you guys or people, anybody, don't lie to police. That's fair, right? That's good advice. I could say that. But don't ever take advice from me, ever. This is all entertainment and satire. Moving along. By the way, can I get a 1 through 10 on the McLovin shirt? I know I'm like a decade late for that shit, but I still love Superbad is like a theatrical masterpiece. That and Pineapple Express, even though I don't really fuck with Seth Rogen anymore, but it's all good, More on that later. 11 out of 10. Thanks, brother. Goonbeam. Brother Goonbeam. Jeffrey Dahmer would disagree. Facts. Yeah, he had his shit just in the open, bro. He was not scared. Okay, here, let me utilize my Goonbeam to showcase that beauty. Let me see. Can you get a good eye on the MP5K back there? You know what? I think I'm going to break my own rules, and I think I'm going to Form 1 that thing and SBR it, make a little PDW. I may even switch out the lower to one of the old school Navy metal lowers. Cha-ching! Set up a dope-ass little PDW, but I don't want another track stamp. Anyway, sorry. Moving, chicka, yeah! God, D. McLovin, your mom. Scott D. Magnificent. What's up, brother? You got the M too. Yep, I got that M too. I mean, I have the M also. But yes. It was a tough choice. But I was like, okay, do I get the Die Hard size? Right? Because I always wanted like a Die Hard size with an A3 stock, like SBR. But I got a Scorpion and I got a bunch of other shit that falls in that category. And I was like, well, then I could get this MP5K, which is way smaller. I could tuck it in a fucking lunchbox if I wanted to. But, there's no hey, Sunflowers, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. But there's no threaded barrel on it. There's no 3-lug. There's no nothing. The M was actually made specifically for the MP5 suitcase. And it was set up like that on purpose. So it's kind of dope, right? It's got some, but these AP5s, if you want to support the channel and you want to purchase something like this before Christmas and before your wife finds out, or husband, or non-binary partner, whatever. Anyway, if anyone is actually interested in getting one of these, hit me up, send me an email, send me a DM on Instagram. It's DLD After Dark on Instagram or whatever the fuck. Just let me know, and I can send you a link and a code that will let you get this for a highly discounted rate. I got that thing for $8.99. I know, an MP5 made by MKE on HK tooling for $8.99. I mean, once you like put it all together, it's like basically $1,000, right? But dude, an MKE built MP5K for $8.99 for under $1,000. Psh, when was the last time you saw that shit, bro? Now you can do this on your own. You can literally go get it right now on your own, like without me. But if you want to get it and support the channel and not pay anything extra, holler at your boy. The SBI is dope. Yeah, happy holidays, Merry Christmas to all y'all mofos out there. Okay, so more on that. So I think the biggest realization for me was when my family member that I was talking to said, yeah, see, key ASC, I paid $1,600 for my Zenith. Hey, Take America Back. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Thank you for joining us again. Yeah, they are. I mean, they're north of $2,000. I mean, if you're looking at HK, what? Yeah, I did too, man. It's whack. Ajax Racing, what up? What up? Good to see you. Yeah, I mean, all those MP5 clones were, crazy expensive. And honestly, when I saw one on Black Friday for like 1,300, I was like, what? Like, I totally would have bought that. And I didn't. And then I found one for under $1,000. Like, it was like Destiny, right? And not like a stripper named Destiny. I mean, it was like Destiny. And then, to make it even cooler, I found out that I was like, man, it's a Century Arms. No, Century's just importing them. These are MKE built on HK tooling, right? The mags, the HK mags, I bought an $80 HK magazine. I held it right next to the MKE magazine it comes with. They are literally exactly the same. Same follower, same everything exactly the same. So I was like, okay, this is dope. And I was going to say something else. I don't fucking remember. But it was under $1,000 for an MP5. I've wanted one all my life, and I was like, yeah, I want the Die Hard size, but I'll go for the Die Hard 3 size version. I mean, look, that exact unit shot Samuel L. Jackson in Die Hard 3. So how could you, Die Hard with a Vengeance, great movie. But what did he say? It was Hans Gruber's brother, I believe, and Samuel L. Jackson was going to shoot him. He had the MP5K literally aimed right at him, and he like sighed and like took this big breath, and he was like, now of course it doesn't click when you pull the trigger because nothing happens. It's more like, right, like nothing happens. And then he walks up and he takes it and he's like, yeah, there's a safety catch. Boom, and he puts one in his leg, right? It's just so dope. It's so dope. And yes, I wish it had a threaded barrel and a tri-lug and all that so I could run a can on it because that's what it should be, but it's okay. I'll deal with it. I'll deal with it. Big Fish, what's up, brother? Shoot snakes on a motherfucking plane. Yep, facts. And the Matrix. Facts. Yes, that is true. That's true. This is like the childhood, toy gun of every. You got to get one. And I got a Scorpion. I got a whole bunch of guns that are like in this category, but they're not MP5K size. I mean, this thing is little. I mean, you could sling that thing up on a single point, put it under your armpit, and just take a walk. If it's a pistol and if that's lawful in your jurisdiction. But anyway, moving back to it. So I think the biggest like aha moment that I had was when I was speaking to my family member. And of course, we all know that anything we say can and will absolutely will be used against you in a court of law. Everything you're saying is being recorded. Everything is being recorded from the car, from their body, from whatever, from people on cell phones. And people say stupid shit when they are in uncomfortable situations. If you've ever said stupid shit being in an uncomfortable situation, please say like yes in chat or something like that, because we all have. I know I have, right? Like I was just talking to a friend the other day. I think I was talking to Rich, and it's just like the shit that we say when we get uncomfortable like doesn't even make sense, you know? I can't remember the example I was going to use, but it was something stupid. Just trust that it was something stupid. My apologies. So anyway, the biggest like aha moment for me was when I was speaking with my family member, and they had said anything that you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. And I could be a slick talker, so I can talk my way out of some shit here and there, right? And then my family member was like, "Yeah, but anything that you say to your aid or to your benefit will absolutely not be documented. In that case, they are only going to use what can and will be used against you in the court of law, against you, not with you, for you, in despite of you, around you. It's nothing that you say. Yes, there could be some things caught on camera that may save you, but those are the exceptions, right? Those are not the rules. Those are the exceptions. They are not there to help you. Yes, police have helped people in history before, but again, look, I'm not saying anything bad about police. I don't hate police. I honestly think that it's important for our community to have police. And in that same breath, right? I've talked to people that, let's say we disagree on things. There are some people that are even here, right? That we have different views on things. Some people are saying there is no good police at all, right? People in our community, there's no good police at all. It is impossible to find good police, right? That's like saying that you found a fart that smells good. Like it doesn't, they don't go together, right? Because it is impossible for police to never break your natural rights. And I understand that argument. I'm not saying that I personally subscribe to that belief or idea, but I understand where they're coming from. So, when I talk to people like that, and I've spoken with people like that, and even debated about it in the past, we usually get to the same place. And here's where it goes. I say, okay, so you don't think police should exist? No, no, I don't. Okay. Then let's say if you could just push a button and completely eliminate all police today, tonight, right now, you could just push a button, boop, and all police go away. What would you do? Well, I would push the button. Okay. Then what would you do? Well, then I think we should, build like a core group of people to do like community like policing. Okay, well, what would that look like? Well, I think you have to start by getting like a core group, and then that core group kind of helps lead the people, and they help serve them and save them and rescue them. Okay, well, would they be, I don't know, trained? Well, yeah, I mean, you'd have to like train them. They can't just do this on their own. Okay, would they be armed? Well, yeah, I think they should be armed. Okay, would you be? And then we walk through all this, and their their explanation is to destroy the police to rebuild the police. There's no, I've never been able to actually hear somebody have like a valid argument that's like, I want to destroy the police to rebuild this thing called police. It's like, dude, it's the same shit. It's the same shit. You're going to have good people. You're going to have bad people. You're going to have good police. You're going to have bad police. You're going to have good firefighters. You're going to have bad firefighters. You're going to have good teachers. You're going to have bad teachers. You're going to have Catholic priests. You're going to have rapists. That same kind of thing, right? That's all I'm saying. Every single person has the ability to be corrupt, go rogue, and maraud through neighborhoods, just like the article said, right? Yo, what up, Tactical Turkeys? What up? What up? Let me see. My problem comes when the good cop sees the bad cop do something wrong or illegal. And here, let's bring this up. So, Fluffy Bunny Arsenal says, my problem comes when the good cop sees the bad cop do something wrong or illegal. And instead of doing the right thing, they cover for each other. Still a good cop? You know, that's a tough call, right? Because put yourself in that individual's shoes. Think back to like high school, right? That's kind of what it would be like. Grump, I see that. I'll read that in just a second. Um, if a police officer were to report another police officer, you already know what happens in those types of events, right? They're supposed to have each other's back. They're supposed to not, but you're absolutely right, right? Like from a morality standpoint, from an integrity standpoint, yeah, they all need to be checked, right? And let's say that this law in Indiana, if this were like nationwide, and I believe that like fuck the law, fuck like all that shit doesn't matter. Coming from a natural right standpoint, every single person, every single human being has the right in the world, right? Not just the United States. A lot of people think like when we're saying stuff like this in generalities that we're just talking about the United States, but the reality is that it's a human thing. It's not a United States thing. It's a human thing. And with I guess I'll say it differently. So, from a human rights perspective, every single person in the world has the right to defend themselves. They have the right to preserve self-preservation, and they have the right to do so and protect their lives with any tool that they deem necessary. Right? If you want to carry a pitchfork all day, I wouldn't advise it actually, but if you want to carry a pitchfork all day or a machine gun or whatever, you should absolutely be allowed to. Right? And this is the you know what? Here you go. Here's I'm sorry, I'm getting off track. Let me get back. So um yes, they should be held to a higher standard. And yes, there should be um laws and rules in place. However, the natural right still exists that every single human being has the right to defend themselves. It doesn't matter what the individuals or the aggressor or whatever their job is, it doesn't matter. If they just happen to be a police officer, but A, they're doing something illegal, and B, they are a potentially lethal a lethal threat to the victim, then yeah, absolutely shoot them. I don't care what their job is. They could be a cop, a teacher, a priest, whatever. Every single person has the right to self-preservation, period. That's it. There shouldn't be a law on the books. This should be, I mean, this should be people's like first thought. Well, they deserve to live, but they shot a police officer. Like, come on, y'all. John Crump Live, thank you for the $5 super chat. He says, Violent Night actually had suppressors that worked correctly. So they overgassed the guns and were still way too loud. I'm just kidding. And I got a couple cans and I love them, right? I got a AAC SDN6 that I run on mostly 5.56s, but a bunch of different shit, and a Gymtech multi-mount 9mm can. And I run that thing. I've run everything from 22 short, 22 all the way to 300 blackout through my 9mm can, which is full auto rated, by the way. I saw Violent Night. I'm sorry. I saw like the marketing for it, and then I ended up seeing the trailer, and I was like, I don't know if I want to see that. It just doesn't really seem like appealing to me. But a good action Christmas movie, I'm all about that shit. So thank you, John Crump. I appreciate that. We need cops. We just don't need so many laws for them to enforce. Facts. Totally agree. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I wanted to spare your ears there. Didn't want to have my vape going all up in your ears. Hey, Dust. Let me see what I miss. Money and power corrupts 100%. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. We all know that. They are a part of a fraternity, after all. Yeah. Um, hold on. Did I miss? I think I missed something. People are dropping some knowledge. What you doing, Rabbi? Um, people's frustration with police is a frustration with the fallen nature of man. Oh, okay. So there's a little bit to unpack with this. Okay. So first off, I'd like to say this. I believe that the morality, things that are socially acceptable, the come out in PLA. What's up, brother? Um, the things that are acceptable societally, the expectations of men and women have changed completely. And I would encourage all of you guys to revisit our founding documents. And, I mentioned this before. Farmer James actually called me out on it. I think I may have not been clear. So, this is what I would say. If you go back and you read the Constitution, if you read the Federalist Papers, if you read the Bill of Rights, if you read the quotes of, the founding fathers that, helped write the Constitution and they contributed to it, in all of these documents, they reference the same things. They reference people of virtue, people of integrity. They reference, you know, what was the term? Like moral people, virtuous people, people of integrity, like that kind of shit. Like, where did that go? That has basically been removed, and there's this fake virtue signaling bullshit to push people into pressuring them, and this is what they do. We're in a world right now where everything is being pressured by society that our government cannot lawfully enforce, right? And we saw the same shit with the masks, we saw the same shit with the vax, we saw all the shit happening where it didn't matter that there wasn't an act of Congress, and we're seeing it with the ATF too, right? They're literally changing rules that are impacting laws. They change rules that you could literally go to jail if you make a mistake, right? So then all of a sudden, this rule change is still categorized under a law under 18 USC, blah, 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 right? So this rule change actually has a big impact on us. So I think the things that they want to see, um, they want like an act of Congress, and they want legislation to come down to enforce their tyrannical bullshit. I think that when they know that they can't win, they start to find a way to enforce them societally, right? They make things like they use the media, they use alt media, like what we're on right now. They use all sorts of shit to send messages and program people to say, this is the way you're supposed to be. This is the way people should be. Anything short of this is unacceptable. And all of a sudden people were running up on people talking about their status of the vax, or if they're wearing a mask or not, or if they got blue or purple hair, or if they're wearing a MAGA, whatever, like. And all of a sudden, the world that they want to see is being enforced by their little fake ass police, their society police. And then that's where you get this bullshit virtue signaling garbage. And it's disgusting, especially the fake virtue signaling bullshit that I even see in the gun community. In the gun community. Total horseshit. Sorry, let me stop. You can't have that gun, not because you hurt someone, but just because the government says you can't have it. And it's interesting. I wonder why they wouldn't want us to have certain things. Not because it's dangerous to the general populace, because it's dangerous if there would ever be an event that is people v gov. you know? Um, let's see. Oh, here you go. Carlin said we have privileges, not rights, because they can take them anytime they want. So terrifying and so true at the same time. Let me see. Janie's got a gun. Oh damn, we on heavy. Oh, hold on, E-dubs. If police took their oath seriously, sorry, I had to pull away from the mic for a second. I had to pull out for a second. If police took their oath seriously and applied enforcement morally and equally, they'd be arresting themselves for DUI and domestic violence at a higher rate. Very true. Very true. And, I think not just them, right? Because who are the other classes of people that are completely protected? Like 100% completely protected. We see it all the time. We see it in the news, politicians, right? Um, People that are employed by or own large companies. And I'll never forget it. I forgot who said it, but I'll never forget when I said that, like, something along the lines of, "Oh, is it a surprise that big government and big business and media and alt media are all in this little circle of like trying to run the world together?" And somebody was like, "Pfft, dark. Do you really think that big government and big business and media and the internet people are all really working against us?" Dog, really? Like, please tell me that you are awake enough to know that everyone is working against you. Everyone. And I mean, I'm not trying to pull like the aluminum foil hat type shit. I'm just saying that it has been proven that government and companies like Alphabet, companies like Twitter in the past, obviously, like there's a bunch of shit dropping. There's been a bunch of shit dropping recently on that. But I mean, obviously, you can't be blind to that shit. It's clear as day. Sorry, I got sidetracked. Um, all these things have different meanings in their intent of writing them. It makes a comprehensive idea that we live by. See all of Thomas Paine's works, see Common Sense and such. There was a time in our country when an actor's testimony was not admissible in court because actors were ruled to not be able to give an honest testimony. What? Is that true? 69 people. Nice. For there to be a crime, there should have to be a victim. It should not be illegal to do something just because the government doesn't like it. So there's a video, and this kind of started one of the conversations with my family member that I was talking about, right? And in the video, hang on. I can't show it because I'll get a copyright strike if I show it. But in the video, it's a kid in New Jersey, okay, and he's walking down the street. A New Jersey trooper or some type of police officer rolls by, and the kid flicks him off, gives him the finger. Oh yeah, Crump. I'm sorry, I didn't see your text, bro. I'll tell you what. We'll leave it up to the viewers. Viewers, would you like John Crump to come on and co-host with me, or do you just want it to be a dark stream? You let me know. How can you say no? You know he's gonna read it, right? Sorry. Oh my god, I'm so far back behind on chat. I'm so sorry, you guys. No thanks. No Crump. No Crump. No Crump. I'm just kidding. It's all yes. Bring on the Crump. Sure. That seems a little apathetic. Crumpus. Crump is always welcome. Come with the Crump. Yes, Crump. Come out in PLA. One of the most creative names in the game. All right, hold on. Actually, I could just do it this way. Hold up. God, I wish I could just show you guys this MP5K right here. I wish I could just like grab it off of the shelf and just show you, but you guys know what excuse me. You guys know what an MP5K looks like, right? This is an AP5M that will soon be an HK MP5K. And y'all may start seeing pretty soon me rocking some MP5K shirts, not just McLovin shirts, because this is just hilarious. Like, this just brightens your day. I walked by this in the store and just started laughing. Bro, it's McLovin. How could you not love that, right? Okay, hang on. Okay, 1 second. Let me pull this up. Okay. Email. All right, Grumpy. I am actually, you know what? Grump, how do you want it? Do you want it emailed to you or what? I'll tell you what. I'll just text it to you. I emailed it to myself. Boom. And then I'm getting you on there. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, great. Grumpy has it. I don't know if he's still out there because he was out there for a little bit. Let me just forward it to him as well, just in case. ACL. You like how John Crump Live is now using acronyms? Look at that. Everyone's like, I want a 3-letter acronym. Okay. Okay. All right. Sorry. Okay. All right. So I just sent Crumpy the invite, so we'll go ahead and wait for him. And I'll tell you what, if there's somebody in our community that has a really good idea of interactions with the ATF. Oh, I didn't even finish what I was saying with that. Okay. So we'll put Crumpy on the phone on speaker. Yeah. So okay, let me bring him on here.
All right, you ready to break some news?
Yeah, can I finish telling my story real quick?
No.
Are you serious?
No, go ahead.
All right, so here's my story, guys. I'm just kidding. So here's what I was saying is that like a year ago when I kind of had a different outlook on things. This is my bad, guys. This is the whole thing I was talking about with like a different perspective on interactions with law enforcement. And one of them was that I did a video on the whole auto key card thing when the issue with CRS popped off, and I had said,
Fuck the ATF.
yeah, fuck them. Fuck them, fuck them, fuck them. You know, they delayed me for an hour today? Fuckers.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
They wouldn't come to my house.
Oh, no, of course not, because they know who you are.
Should
I
have
wouldn't,
hit on them.
if I were them, I wouldn't come to your, I'd be like, dude, this is such a troll setup. But basically, what I was saying at the time, this is like about a year ago, I had said, you know, with the whole auto key card thing, people were like, hey, if my friend bought one and wanted to know what he should do, what do you think he would do? You know, should do? And I'm like, okay, your friend Swim bought one. Someone who isn't me bought one. Y'all remember that? Swim, someone who isn't me. That's great. Anyway, so I had said if they are at your house, they know you or somebody at your address or somebody pretending to be you, someone stole your identity, whatever. Somebody at your address, likely you, bought it. They know the credit card you paid for it. They know your address. They know the IP address. They know your phone number, your Wi-Fi, all this shit, everything. So if you lie, they're just begging for a reason to flashbang babies, right? Which is actually a Count Dankula. I'll credit that to him. Which they've actually.
I love Count Dankula.
Yeah, he's awesome. That's actually where I heard about this article first.
Funny ass show.
Yeah, which they actually have flashbang babies. But aside from that, the thing I had said was that they want you to lie, or you know, it's not a bad thing to them if you lie, because if you lie, then they'll just come back for, you know, basically fucking free, you know, free and clear. They'll get a warrant, they'll come back, and they'll be able to destroy every single thing in your home, even your Tannerite dog, while they're looking for that shit. So don't lie to police, right? That was the thing. But I had said, if you do wish to talk to them, then what I would say is I did buy that. The moment that I found out it was illegal, I destroyed it, and then in the conversation from there. And I didn't realize how devastating that could be to a person's life if they answer anything other than, "I don't feel comfortable answering any questions without an attorney present. I don't answer questions. I don't answer," like that's, and even that, even me talking with my brother, and I had said, even me saying, "I don't feel comfortable answering questions without an attorney present." He said, "That's too much." He's like, "That's too much." And so he gave me some like shortened down version, which I clearly don't even remember. But it was an interesting perspective, by the way. Tack Knives. Shout out to Tack Knives. Fucking best OTF knives for the price. I'm just saying. Code DARK will get you 20% off of your deal. And you can even get OTFs like that. Look at that bad boy. All I'm saying is OTF it up, baby. All right, sorry. Tack Knives. Go dark, 20% off. Anyway, so that's all I would say is I would say, I don't feel comfortable answering any questions without an attorney present. But I don't have a problem saying, like, if in that situation, if it were me, I would say, yes, I ordered it right at the time. And I found that that would be a bad idea. I was told that would be a bad idea. But anyway, I digress. So you got news to break? What's going on?
Yeah, the omnibus bill. I found like 12 different areas of anti-gun stuff.
Okay. Talk to me about it.
HR 2617. If anybody looking for it. All right, this is what's in the omnibus bill. Everyone was talking about it. It's 4,000 pages long. My head is gonna effing explode. I've been reading it all day.
Mhm.
Okay, so there's a 13% budgetary increase for the ETF. They originally wanted 14%, but they said we'll take 13%.
Well, and backing up, excuse me, and backing up to, what was it, last August, when they reported that they're going to double in size and what,
Double
quadruple
inside
their
in 5
budget
years. But this
within
is
5
for the
years.
pistol brace.
Oh, but is this in line with what they said they were already going to do back in last
No,
August?
this is an addition.
Wow. Okay. Excellent. Continue.
Okay, let me bring this back up. Then in addition to that, the FBI is going to get $14.4 million to, actually not FBI, sorry, ATF, sorry, $14.4 million to modernize the National Tracing Center.
Wow. For crime
So
guns.
basically, it's going to increase the National Tracing Center's budget by 40%.
For crime guns.
Or whatever they want to trace.
Yeah. Crime guns. Which I gotta laugh at that term. I think that's ridiculous. Crime guns. I mean, I get it. It's just they're guns that they believe have been used in crimes or have been reported to be used in crimes, or stolen guns or whatever. I just find that term to be absolutely preposterous.
All right. So, and then there's federal funding for state gun confiscation laws that go up to 770.8 million dollars through the Burn Justice Assistance Grants,
Holy
which
shit.
is, it's directly related to the Cornyn Murphy bill, the Bipartisan Safer Communities Act.
Mm-hmm.
Basically to almost $1 billion to give to states for red flag laws, basically.
And is this kind of like the last one where it's just optional, right? This isn't like um, a guaranteed amount to be divvied up amongst 50 states. This is like for those that opt in to red, or how does that work?
Yeah, it's whoever passes red flag laws and enforces red flag laws are gonna get part of $1 billion. So um, it incentivizes red flag laws.
Yeah.
And then there is a part in there that is called collaboration on lethal means of safety. Basically, it encourages the VA, Veteran Affairs Medical Centers, to work with state and local law enforcement, um, those states that have adopted red flag laws. So
So
it's pushing them
basically,
to work, to help red flag people.
so it's helping take firearm rights away from our veterans.
Correct.
Okay. Now, and I'm sorry, I was reading chat while I was talking earlier, so I apologize. So, going back a little bit to the portion that's budgeted for the state red flag laws. The issue with this is that a lot of states are struggling for budgets, right? So, a state that may not have red flag laws may implement those laws so they can acquire said budgeting. Would you say that that's accurate?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry,
All
I'll
right.
try not to be distracted.
All right. So, and now they're trying to push safe storage laws for parents
Come the fuck on.
through the Department of Education. Through the Department of Education, they want to promote secure household firearms storage.
Okay, and are they gonna do a campaign teaching children about safe operation, and
No, just
safe
just
firearm
just
handling?
that the parents have to lock them up.
Oh, okay, alright, just curious.
Yeah, it's freaking ridiculous.
So Murphy's Law says, "So, a US Marine combat veteran who fought for his country, me, is fucked,
Yeah,
potentially."
it's crazy.
Yeah,
And if you want to get into more veteran stuff, um, they have gun storage maps. Basically, it's like a safe storage program where the VA will say, "Hey, give me your guns, and we'll store them for you safely." But you're giving them to the
wow.
government. It's not like Hold My Guns where you go up and, it's all privately ran, you can get them back at any time.
Yeah, totally anonymous with, working with FFLs.
Yeah,
You're
this
in this
is you
case
give it to, the VA, basically.
wow. Um, DLD After Dark, no. They're going to teach the kids how to report their parents. Damn. Honestly,
Um,
if you guys aren't having conversations with your kids about I have had several conversations with my daughter about things that aren't appropriate to say around other people at school, at friends' houses, parties, like all that shit, because those are not things that we discuss, right? Like, literally the same thing that we talk about, like, how kids need to protect their, like, privates, right? That is the same, and this may seem crazy, that is the same level, essentially, maybe not that extreme, but that's basically the same level that I've taught her to protect our private information about our home and firearms and things like that. And we don't call them guns. We don't call them, you know, anything like that. It's you just gotta be cautious, especially in like public schools and things like that.
all right, here we go. $50,000 will be available for any ATF member's family that dies in the line of duty.
Okay, so hold on. Say that one more time. They're
Like,
going to give
if
$50,000.
going forward, if an ATF agent dies in the line of duty because they are enforcing unconstitutional gun laws, then their families will get $50,000 in addition to what they get now.
That's what I was going to bring up. So now this is Holton. This is next level shit right now. So the ATF is saying we're going to double in size. We're going to quadruple or 5x our budget. We're going to enforce unconstitutional laws to the point where and this isn't like the bullshit. We're going to be felons overnight. I mean, these are actual fucking felonies. This is no joke. Rich, you're welcome to come on too if you want, brother. This is a little scary that they're thinking like that. They're basically saying that we're preparing for ATF officers to die exchanging rounds with Americans that lawfully own firearms, and will reward the families of these fallen unconstitutional soldiers.
All right, I know you're ready for some earmarks.
Which, by the way, they swore an oath to the Constitution to
You
uphold
guys
and
ready to be
defend.
really pissed off?
Let's do it.
All right, let's throw some earmarks out there. I do this for you guys. I just want you to know. Okay, no shots fired. These are all anti-gun groups, by the way. They will get a grant of $1.2 million.
What?
Orchard Healing Circles for victims of gun violence, another anti-gun group, will get a $120,000 grant. Gun Violence Prevention Initiative, another anti-gun group, will get $750,000. Hampton Gun Violence Initiative Program will get $4.6 million.
Out
Gun
of Virginia?
Violence and Violent Crime Reduction Initiative, another anti-gun group, will get $760,000. Fostering Greater Gun Safety in the New Haven area will get $67,000. Bridgeport Gun Violence Prevention will get $237,000. Assistance to people in Chicago that are disabled because of gun violence, not like hammer violence or getting beat up, $350,000 for that. Crime and Gun Violence Reduction Initiative, which is another anti-gun group, $1 million. The Valo Gun Violence Prevention Initiative will get $830,000. Community-based gun violence reduction project at the University of New Haven, which is another anti-gun initiative, will get $1 million.
Jesus. So I think what I learned from all this is that me, you, Rich, all these, all the people in the community here need to create a new organization and call it, gun rights, gun restriction, or something creative where it's basically like, we are a firearm restriction organization, but we just openly fight against firearm restrictions and we collect funding from the government. I think it's a great idea.
Yeah. All right. So $1 million for research on gun violence prevention from the CDC.
What?
On, yeah.
Didn't they literally delete like actual research, like real statistics that were in our favor?
Yes. So basically, the CDC and NIH is going to have $60 million for anti-gun research.
That's a joke. That
and
is
$25 million for the support research of firearm violence prevention.
National Organization Against 40 Caliber. Norfolk, NOAFC.
Okay, so here you go. $4 million for domestic violence lethality reduction initiative, which basically tries to remove firearms from domestic abusers and their abuse targets.
Okay. So this has come up several times, right? With the what's the women the
Violence
bill?
Against Women Act.
Yeah, Violence Against Women Act. They're literally removing the rights from people that have been abused. They're eliminating their ability to fill out a 4473 and buy a firearm. Now, me, in my opinion, build one. I'll teach you how to build one with, you building it on your own, right? As a matter of fact, can I say that? Can I say anybody that can lawfully own a firearm, which is anyone with a pulse and stuff, if you're looking for information on how to build a firearm and it's lawful to do where you are and stuff, I would gladly help people. Actually, I have a jig company for the people here that don't know. It's called DLD Hardware. I sell jigs to people that want to buy them to build guns. But, cheeks, but I will be happy to provide aid where lawful to teach people how to build firearms and to do a damn good job. Damn good. People will not even know it's not factory.
$50 million for Community Violence Initiative and Prevention Initiative.
There's more? There's more?
Intervention, yeah. $50 million for Community Violence Intervention and Prevention Initiative, also known as CVI. This is the funds that people like around the country, like New York, for example, use to build like a gun violence task forces.
Wow. If any of those moms need action, you just let me know. I will be one call away. Builders demand MILFs.
Remember the violent militia extremism stuff?
Yeah.
Well, that is back, and that is
I knew it was going to be back. That's how they're programming people to be like, oh, don't talk to Dark. He's an MVE. Don't you know?
$7.5 million for research into it. And that's all I have. So
You said $75 million?
no, 7.5 million.
Woo. Okay. Still a lot. 7.5. Still an assload of money. $7.5 million for whom to research military violent extremists?
Who do you think, Dark?
The ATF.
FBI.
Okay. Same damn thing. They're just as corrupt as anybody else. Now, hold on. There are some bomb ass MILFs in Ukraine. I ain't gonna lie. Hold on. Okay. How would one describe an MVE?
How would I describe an MVE?
How do they describe an MVE?
Well, if you look at us,
Yeah. So if you believe in
the Constitution, they actually, if you believe in the individual rights, the Constitution, the right to bear arms, a limited government.
If you believe in limited government, you're an MVE. If you own firearms and ammunition and kit, body armor, all that shit, you're an MVE, right? If you have shows that speak out against things like this, you're a military violent extremist. Like, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money. What are they going to do about 1,200 illegal immigrants living in El Paso Airport?
I don't think that was in there.
Dude, it's this is just sad. Like, we are getting to the point where they are pinning us, like, as we are the ones in the society that are causing problems, and that are the ones like, but we just want to be left alone. We want to be able to live. We want what we do to be normalized. We want, and I'll tell you, there are a lot of people that had extreme views on the left or whatever that are now like building guns, that are now,
Golden.
exercising freedom. What's that?
The
That
golden
your
controller trophy.
is that your Life Scout trophy?
No, I got it's the video game tournament. I gotta send it out to the winner.
Dang. So there's like one winner. I didn't.
There's one grand champion. And
Okay.
there's
I
a
saw
winning
the.
team, which is the GOA team. Who
Of
beat
course.
second place, which is the JFZ team
Nice.
in the championship. And there's a third place, which is the Swamp Pack.
That's crazy. So Come On PLA is asking, so did this shit pass already?
No.
It's aren't they like basically trying to sneak it through right now?
Yes.
What about the 10,000 right across the border waiting until tomorrow for Title 42 to go away? We don't have the answers. Okay, so tell me to shut up if we can't talk about it. Hold on. Is this I told you we'd send you a link. All right, hold on. Let me send the link one more again. Copy. All right. Achibunka. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, done. Done and done. Well, I gotta say, I'm excited that we had, almost nearly 80 people in here tonight to have these conversations with. So I got 73 people in here now, and I'm pumped that we were able to kind of have these conversations because this is important. All these things that we talk about are very important, and at the very least, we will walk away saying that was a good conversation. I can at least ask myself questions about that and grow and develop as an individual. Ladies and gentlemen, Rich Flying. Are you laid up in bed? What you do? Your camera's not working?
It's like it's dark in the house. The AI turned off all the lights. I don't know how to work it.
So you relinquished control of your castle to a computer.
That and the murder bot. Yeah.
Are you scared? I control your house.
That's pretty terrifying. This is all I can do.
So, all right. Here's the thing, and I did tune in late, so I didn't get everything. So, is this the Omnibus spending package or the stopgap package? What bill is this?
It is the Omnibus package.
Your mic sounds terrible.
Here's the thing that pisses me the fuck off. Is
everything pisses you off.
What pisses you off?
Let's just say, for those of us that own homes and those of us that rent homes,
Sure.
it's the day before your payment is due for where you live, and then all of a sudden you come up with like, oh fuck, I got to come up with a couple of grand and pay for where I live the day before it's due. I mean, you knew that the end of the month was coming, and do you know what the fuck happens? They do this every year, every time. There has not been a federal budget since frickin', I think, George Bush the father. I really think it was George Jr. But they have not done they have not done a federal budget since W. There has been no federal operating budget. So we're talking 8 years of Obama, 4 years of Trump, and 2 years of Biden. There has not been a federal budget. But they know that instead of planning and saying, hey, it's August, we need to pass that stopgap measure that's going to happen at the end of the year in December, and we don't want people, out of work, those government employees, because, they'll only get a vacation and paid later. So we don't want to make a big deal about like 7% of the federal government getting shut down. So we're just going to pass this, and we're going to pack it full of pork. That's the craziest freaking thing, is that in Jose Romero, I don't need to sell any printers. I don't have a money problem. But what I am saying, and don't get me wrong, I've had money problems. But you're lame the frick ass if you're the best, biggest country in the world and you can't get your budget shit straight. They're doing this on purpose. This is part of the plan. And they pass it in the middle of the frickin' night so they can pack it full of pork and they can hand out money to all of these special interest groups that are going to recycle that money and give it to the Democrats.
Of course. This is the classic.
And they're making the frogs gay.
Of course.
That's actually true.
Yeah, that's been proven factual.
That's actually true, which is kind of funny.
It's actually true.
Yes.
So we know that this is a tool that they use, right? That there's absolutely, positively no actual way that people can, read this through its entirety and make good, positive decisions that are the best thing for the country. Right?
Here's where I land on this.
We have
government was
read
formed. The federal government was formed on 4 pages of paper. Now, they were big pieces of paper, but fuck you all if you need more than 4 pages to have a bill.
Big.
Yeah, this stuff just drives me crazy.
Sorry.
This is,
I know.
And you know what? I'm always like, if anybody ever thinks they have anything on me and want to threaten me, don't bother. Name that tune. Go public with it now. Don't wait. Anytime anybody's ever threatened me with crap, I'm like, don't freaking wait. Pull the trigger. Do it now. And when the government says, oh my God, there's going to be a government shutdown, shut it down now. Don't wait. Please shut the government down.
P38 Wilbur, what's up, brother? Yeah, no, look, I'm with you. This is a trick they're playing, and yes, for everyone out there, we know that this is a tool that they use to basically sneak shit through, and they're stuck. And then what happens when everyone's like, no, absolutely, this cannot pass. Like, look at all the shit that would happen if this passes, and then they say, you guys didn't pass the feed children enough calories a day bill. It's like, oh yeah. And then people that are watching, the society that's programmed to think that they're seeing all this truth on TV and on their favorite social media channels and alt media on YouTube, they're like, can you believe that these dirtbags on X side of the aisle didn't pass the children need 2,000 calories a day bill? Ugh. It's like, dude,
it's like I've said, every government bill. It's like the what is it? The what was the stupid handout? The $1 trillion handout Biden just passed. The Recession Protection Act. They're protecting the recession. They're not protecting you. They're making the recession worse. If there was a bill that was to love and hug puppies, if the name of the bill was to love and hug puppies, there would be a wood chipper involved.
Dude, we're talking about, at quite possibly the most vulnerable time in the last decade, I'll say, ish. We're talking about the country had been the most vulnerable. We're dealing with the most difficult 3 years that we've experienced in the last decade. And what do? They have an administration come in and completely destroy domestic energy. They destroy the economy, and then they are sitting here wondering why we're dealing with the situation that we're dealing with. They literally give our oil to commies, our reserve oil to commies, after we have destroyed domestic energy production. And then they say, well, I don't know what's going on. This
you can say a lot about stuff about Trump, but we were energy independent.
Yeah, 100%. This is the thing that I find so frustrating, is that so many people are sleeping at the wheel. They're spending too much time being woke instead of being awake, and they're just allowing society to program them. They don't understand the shit. They, the Violence Against Puppies Act, the, Children Need 2,000 Calories a Day Act, the Free Breakfast for the Homeless Act, which includes, $7.4 billion of gun control. It's crazy. It's crazy.
You know what? Since they're giving away like all this money to pay off people's students' loans and all this other crap, I think those people need to come to my house and clean it to earn that money. After work, show up at my house.
You
Dude,
could
right,
request
first
that.
off, my beer and gas cost more than my college. And I mean, I went to a 2-year community college. But here's the whole thing.
Does
I
it count
taught
if you
myself.
drop out? Get independence now. Yes. Now everyone's not in that situation, but
And F all the
Shoot
people
yourself,
that
son.
if you were a blue collar worker, didn't go to college, you should pay for somebody getting a PhD or a medical degree, and going to be a doctor making multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. That's crazy. That's crazy. You're stealing from everybody. And realistically, I firmly believe
Most
that
doctors don't make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. Just throwing that out there.
Well, they're doing it wrong then.
No, most doctors don't make anywhere near that.
I mean, they'll probably.
You got to figure in like malpractice.
Are you telling me I'm making more than most doctors?
Dude, you're making twice as much as most doctors.
Because you got
don't talk about
malpractice
that.
insurance is like, well, it's like over $100K a year.
Yeah, I mean, you're pulling what, 30 grand a year, 2 years? I'm just kidding.
Last
no,
2
I
years
mean,
total
a lot
30
of
grand.
expenses.
Yeah, we don't want to get you in trouble with taxes. All right, so we don't need to talk about that. We're not talking about what you net. No, I mean,
not the Colombian drug cartel that I designed their submarines for.
Oh, jokes and jokes and jokes.
The narco subs, the
malpractice
stealth narco
insurance
subs.
takes up a huge portion.
Yeah, well, insurance is designed to do that, and then we make it law that says you must have insurance. Yeah, it's crazy. Well, I mean, I appreciate you coming on and kind of diving into a little bit more detail here. Someone had said that the GOA had said that it equals about $1.7 trillion to use against MVEs, to use against the firearm industry. Is that accurate?
I don't know. I haven't. I have the GOA sheet, but I haven't. No, it's $1.7 trillion for the whole entire appropriations bill.
Okay.
Wait. And this appropriations bill, is that to get them through to what, January, February? What?
Yeah, something like that.
They need almost $2 trillion to carry them a couple of months.
Ridiculous. Yeah, and of course, this is going to be used.
This is for the financial year,
and this is going to be used to literally. What's the best way to say this? This is going to be used to fight against Americans that have pistol braces on ARs and AKs and subguns and shit like that.
Yeah,
like,
prepare for next week.
Yeah, are we allowed to say that? Prepare for next week?
Yeah, well, I just did, right?
I guess so.
I'm not going to give out any more information than that. I can give out that because that some of the other people already leaked that. But yeah, next week.
Prepare for next week. Okay, so then I can say this, right? I saw in an email that I had received. Is it okay if I keep going?
Yeah, go ahead.
That the ATF will be calling to enforce the pistol brace ruling, not the law, because it's not a law, that the ATF will be calling to enforce the new ruling on pistol braces between the 26th and 29th of December. So we're
Correct.
talking immediately after Christmas, right?
Correct. It will be published to the national the federal registry at that time. I would bet, but I would bet by the 27th, 28th at the latest. But it
Yeah.
So you're
could be
saying
pushed
while
back to May.
everybody's on holiday and not paying attention to what's going on, this is
Correct.
worse than a Friday document dump.
Yeah.
Correct. Correct.
Do you think that this is like,
Yeah, I
don't know,
mean,
planned?
I mean, the people that were informed of it, one of them, one gun rights organization decided, even though they were informed of it, and they were asked to keep it quiet, they decided to fundraise on it
That night.
that night. Yeah. So
Yeah. The same day they got the information.
yeah,
And then
I'm not
say,
exactly too happy.
yeah,
wasn't
and then
GOA.
they say that they are using this information to fight against the ATF. But what some gun organizations do is they tell you that they're fundraising to fight the ATF. They file a lawsuit, which anyone can file a lawsuit. You can
Yeah.
file a can of soup, and then they
Perfect.
fundraise off of that because they have a lawsuit. And then what happens to almost all of the lawsuits at the end of the year?
It dropped.
Dropped.
Yeah,
Dropped.
I'm not. I mean, that's common. I haven't seen GOA do it. That's why I'm with GOA, but that's common. If you look at, there's good organizations out there, Second Amendment Foundation, GOA, for example, but
Yeah.
there's other ones that do that. You just have to like look into them. Like anything, you look into groups, and see what they do. You look at their lawsuits, see how far they went with them, see what they've backed off, see what they've dropped.
The one I get 50 emails a day for, probably. I didn't say anything about a specific organization. I
No,
just
he's
said,
just talking in generalities.
yeah, I'm speaking
But
in
are there
general.
hats made in China?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't even know if they have hats.
I don't know about their hats.
Well, I don't even know what group we're talking about, so
Yeah,
I have to know what group
I'm-
we're talking about before I know where their hats are made.
I just want to say that I said groups. Okay, I said groups and was speaking in generalities.
Yeah.
So
I'm like trying to answer. I'm just trying to answer. Like, I don't know where their hats are made. Then I realized I don't know what group you're talking about.
all I know is that their hats are small through extra large.
Okay.
John, did we ever interview one of the group's leaders on our show?
No, I'm not. I'm not talking about like any specific groups.
Yeah,
Well,
no.
I don't think Dark is talking about any specific groups. He's just talking about in generalities.
Yeah, I'm speaking about groups and generalities. That's all. Okay. So kind of now that we've squirt all of the toothpaste out of the tube, what can people do to prepare for their impending potential rule change at the end of
Well,
this
you can make your way to Richmond on January 16th and hear me talk at Lobby Day.
Oh, you're talking at Lobby Day?
Yeah.
Nice. I'm gonna be at Shot Show
I know.
I was going
I'm
to ask
not.
when Shot Show was.
right then.
Yeah, January 16th is like the full birthday.
Yeah, and I may be going out there on like the 14th or something.
16th is range day.
Oh, well then I may be going out there sooner. I know. Well, I'll probably be out there early depending on scheduling, but I'll be at SHOT Show.
Yeah, I was maybe gonna go, but I decided not to. I was gonna go do the do the supercar event.
Nice. That's dope.
I was invited to go do supercar stuff.
Heck yeah, bro.
Drive them around some track or something like that. I don't know, or something.
Yeah, I can go in your place, John. Tag me
You
in.
know the guys.
Oof. Is SB Tactical canceling their booth now?
I got a rocky relationship with those guys.
Yeah, I would imagine so. And honestly, like, look, let's be honest, okay? Although braces will not be, from what it seems, although braces themselves will not be illegal,
It's illegal to use them.
just illegal to use them and have them near other things that you may be able to fashion them to use with, based on this rule change. Funny what the ATF can do with rules and interpretation. We have to keep in mind that there are companies that are going to be completely wiped out over this shit, right? Like, looking at everything that's happened in the 80% world and in that industry, that was super rocky. A lot of companies lost a lot of money. A lot of companies lost a lot of employees. They lost massive amounts of revenue. There were YouTubers all over the place saying that Palmerides are going to be banned and all this stuff. And it caused a lot of problems and a lot of ripple effects that honestly, most parts companies are still dealing with today.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, what the hell is that? Oh, here's the thing. I read through the 4,100 some pages, but I mean, it was kind of not.
You
I
read
mean,
through
it wasn't
all
like reading
4,000?
every line. It was
You scanned them.
scanned it. No gun control. No gun control. No gun control. No gun control. So who else knows what's in there?
Dude, that's I cannot even imagine. Can you hook it up to a OCR software and
Yeah, but a lot of the stuff is like hidden, so they'll
Wow.
word stuff a certain way to avoid that.
That's crazy, man.
So you actually
All
have like human eyes on it.
all factory semi-autos are next. F the AFT.
Yep.
Wow.
Jay Inslee says it's unconscionable for people to have semi-automatic weapons.
Dude, Rich and I were just talking about this today. If people saw what we had, they would think we are absolute batshit crazy nutcases. Like what we actually had. Lay it all out on the floor. All the kit, all the ammo, all the firearms. If you can find a floor.
I got some ceramic plates behind me and some flexible body armor. Flexible rifle armor.
The Fraz, dude, I want that so bad.
I got
want
an
the
extra
Fraz.
set.
Do you really?
Yeah, they sent me 2.
Can I buy some Fraz from you?
Maybe we'll talk about it.
Okay, cool. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. Damn, Friday night is going to be cold. Well, not only is it going to be cold, but it's also going to get a little bit hot because we're going to be doing a roast pretty soon, a dark roast. Are you going to participate in that, Crump?
No.
You're not going to roast me?
On Friday?
No, not on Friday.
Crump would be overqualified.
I think
Friday.
I think you know what, we should schedule it now. I've talked to a bunch of people that are super down. I think that
Crump, can you get me Dark's brother's phone number so I can get some new material?
Yeah, I got some.
You know what you could do? You could be like, you know what I find highly annoying? That's all you have to do.
Never heard that before.
Dude,
I took Dark to a place to be my cameraman, and then he went back and asked for a job.
Yeah, I did.
That's one roast that you can use, Rich.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know the place.
But I did it because I was inspired by him and his leadership and his company and all the guns. I was like, all those guns.
And exotic cars he has.
Nah, I don't really,
I got one. Dark fanboyed over Pinkus. That's the ultimate.
I did.
Oh my gosh, that was the best.
Did.
That was the best.
That was the ultimate burn there. Ooh.
But I didn't fanboy over Pinkus. I fanboyed over seeing somebody that I saw growing up on the Outdoor Channel. That's different because I didn't know exactly who Pinkus was at that time. I was like, oh my God, you're the guy from the Best Defense. oh my god, like I learned so much watching The Best Defense. I used to watch The Best Defense all the time. Wednesday night at the range. I was totally fanboy, 100%. Okay, so C&T designs. So I'm gonna have to start like writing this shit down. Okay, so
Oh, Subpar Prince is here. I mean, Sabar Prince.
Subpar. Okay.
Somebody told me he's got the Rona.
I think he's just in TJ still.
Is that he just had a bad
No,
experience?
he's drinking Corona. He doesn't have the Rona.
No, real Mexicans drink Dos Equis.
Okay. So
That's not what Ben Diesel told me. He said I can have any beer as long as it's Corona.
I don't think Vin Diesel counts as a Mexican.
Have you seen?
Yeah, the first one.
Yeah, Fast and Furious. You can have any beer
remember.
as long as it's
Dude,
Corona.
I snuck in to. I was a child. Okay, when that shit came out, I literally snuck in 8 times, 10 times. I watched that movie. I loved it back then. I cannot watch the first one now, though. Can't do it. I cannot go back and watch the first one, but I will go back and watch like the 5th, the ones that are like action. I fucks with that.
I like the ability to stop submarines with a supercar. That always makes a lot of
I was out of college. I was out of college, and I ended up going to see that movie with my ex-girlfriend from high school. Somehow, I don't even remember how it happened.
Who else said, Come Out in PLA is down on the roast? Who else said that they were down for the roast? Oh, Sarah.
Rob.
Oh yeah. Sarah Joy Olbrecht.
Who said? You said Rob?
Rob Pincus said he was going to come. I'll invite him.
He ain't invited.
Let's get Bob.
Bob, like
JSD Bob. Oh yeah,
that would actually be pretty good.
I love Bob.
I would say Jordan, but Jordan's too nice. He'd be like, "Here, try to roast you by saying,
yeah,
you're only in the top 10 of the best people in the world."
Yeah, Dark. Like accepted a bunch of free stuff that like we gave him, and he said thank you. Oh,
that's Jordan.
Yeah. Okay. Who else? Who else is down for the roast?
Shooting Gallery New England.
Oh, that's right. SG&E. Yeah. Shooting Gallery New England. And guys, if if we could get 2A EDU is kind of too nice. He probably wouldn't.
Yeah,
be super down.
Is too nice. 2A
EDU
is too nice.
Who else would be down for the roast?
I could get Military Arms Channel. He can go on and be like, I don't know who you are.
Yeah, that'd be the only thing he would need to do to roast him.
Record like I'd roast him, but I don't know who he is.
Yeah. You know what would be hilarious if you did get a video of a bunch of like really high level dudes just being like, "Oh, I'm here to roast DLD After Dark, but I've never heard of him."
Well, I'm in a text chat with Eric. EDU.
Can we get Eric to do? Do you know what's highly annoying?
Oh, dude, don't. I don't want to hear that ever again. See, you know what I'm hoping, because like y'all have stolen my audio for the video, like dozens and dozens of I can't even count. You're looking at like 50 videos made with my audio.
Just mine. 50
mostly
mine videos.
Yeah, mostly are just Rich's. Like daily. He dropped 7 videos today.
I dropped 7 today.
Using my
I don't
audio.
understand why people were not watching the 7th video. I'm like, because you dropped 7 of them.
Yeah, like,
it's like, what do you think, dude?
He's like, it's a numbers game. Not like that. So, funny thing.
I was so hoping
about it.
The session we did tonight, they didn't bring up, let's look at your channel. I'm like, no.
Are you doing the session stuff?
The Hoff. he would be ruthless.
Oh my God, the Hoff.
Yeah, we gotta
The
have the Hoff.
Hoff. Well,
Yeah, gotta have the
wow,
Hoff.
he would just rip you.
Yep.
Oh, but no, I was talking about Violent Night. So I did have a chance to watch
we
it
got
the other
copyright
day,
strike.
last night. And
How'd you watch it, man? How'd you watch it?
how'd I watch it? On demand.
Oh no shit.
Yeah. So it came out last night at like midnight, which is like 3. I fell asleep at 8:00 and I woke up at midnight, so I was like, F. So I can't go back to sleep. Then at 3 a.m. it got released on demand. I was like, oh, early delete.
Did you watch it in your theater room?
No, I watched it in my sitting room.
Who's using the theater room, man?
Hold
I
on.
didn't want to go downstairs. My sitting room is like 3 floors above me.
You missed the most important thing, that John Crump has a room that is specifically designated only for sitting.
I mean, I have this sitting area in my bedroom that I never sit in.
Yeah, that's the point of a sitting room, is you don't use it. It just looks pretty, right?
Oh,
It looks like a place you can sit down.
No,
but-
do you know what I do? Is I throw all the stupid pillows there that
I know what you do.
put on the bed.
That's where you steal all my audio. But here's the funny thing. One day, like, watch, I have a couch. So one day, like in February, when YouTube actually drops the info on how they're going to pay people for shorts, we're going to be like, we're going to focus more so on the originator of the audio, on the originator.
That would be the best ever. But
Yeah,
dude, could you imagine? Do you know how many tens of thousands of views I've gotten off of that?
Oh, dude, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's
My living room I don't really use.
bathroom is a sitting room. Yeah, we all have rooms we don't use.
The throne room, as I call it.
I use my family room. I use the movie theater room. I use the sitting room. I use the office, but I don't use the living room at all.
You liar. You're sitting right now. All right, we got to bring this to an end because I got to work in the morning and stuff.
Okay, well, no, I gotta do some other stuff. But thank you, Dark, for having me on. You can follow me on John Crump Live or John Crump News and read my stuff at Amaland Go GOA. Woo 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 woo.
Excellent. I appreciate that. I appreciate you kind of bringing in awareness to this total effery. That's
I think you're the first one to have all that.
Yeah, look at that. This is the first. No, I mean, other people have written about it, and I'm sure that it's out there. Hold on, who's the spinner? I like spinners. Anyway, so
Rich, do you know what a spinner is?
I may know.
Dude, judging by the search bar on your Instagram, I'm gonna guess that you know.
Dude, I told you never to talk about that.
On that note, Flying Rich, let everyone know who you are, what you do, and where they can find you.
I do a lot of crap you can't know about, but the crap I do let people know about can be found on flyingrich.com or youtube.com/flyingrich. And don't forget to visit twitter.com/flyingrich for all the freaking crazy deals that I'm posting.
You see this? You see what I'm talking about? He's marketing his affiliate links on my channel. Jesus, the nerve of this guy.
Damn.
Oh, you know what?
I am 2 subscribers away from 3,600 subs. Can I just say that?
What? I thought you were at 3,800. Oh, I looked.
No. If there are 2 people out there right now, if you got any value out of this, even a laugh,
if you got a couple of fake YouTube accounts that you don't log into all the time,
yeah, like backup accounts.
DLD After Dark.
I'm watching my subscribers, my numbers right now. Okay, if there are 2 people out there that found any value at all in what we discussed tonight, even if you didn't, integrate, like come in and like mess with chat and with that, if you could please subscribe. There are 2 people out there that could subscribe to me. If by the time I get off this stream, if I am at 3,600 subscribers, that would make me that would literally give me a physical erection. I'd probably go back in time and say that differently if I could. But if you guys would be so kind as to,
I think I'm subscribed on all my backup accounts.
I never finished my thing about Violent Night.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah.
One of the things I was impressed about that movie is the suppressors in there.
Yeah.
They were running AR-15s with suppressors, right? And the people inside could still hear them shooting.
Well, that's
And
good.
it was
That's
pew pew pew. It was like,
accurate.
yeah, I thought that was pretty accurate. They're like, what? They were
Would I?
quieter, but they were still.
So all right,
You still hear the sonic crack?
does Violent Night get a 2 thumbs up from
Yeah, it was a good
Crumpy?
movie.
It was or
You
was
mean
not
the,
good?
It was good.
It was good.
Yeah,
Okay. I'll
Santa
watch it.
Claus versus
we didn't see all
Mercenaries.
the best we didn't see all the best parts in the preview
No,
that we
not
got
even
demonetized
close.
for. That we got a copyright strike for.
Oh, that's terrible. Well, apparently there are not 2 people out of the now 60 people watching this. There
Do you
were
know what I
not
find
2
highly
people.
annoying?
Yeah, I could think of a couple things. There were not 2 people out there that did not. What?
I'm checking on all my other accounts.
I can get you there, man. I got my John Crump Gaming.
Oh, that's true. That's true. We could fake it till we make it.
we
I'm
we
just
could call
surprised.
Katie Ralph and ask him because he created a new account tonight.
He created a new account. That's right. I'm just surprised that there are not 2 people out there that felt like they got any value from this stream at all. So, $35.99, baby. $35.99.
Yeah.
One more.
Oh,
one more.
3,600. Yeah. Oh my God, I got a boner.
What?
3,600.
Now I gotta go unsubscribe.
Oh no, don't do that.
I'm
Don't
gonna
do that.
unsubscribe with my 6 accounts.
I already took a screenshot. So,
All right. Well, I give you 2. I did it on John Crump Games and John Crump.
Here, so I don't give anything else out. I'll just show this. Here you go, guys. Right before the dark roast. Oh, it's backwards. Whatever. It says 3,600
not.
subscribers right
Not
there.
on our screen.
Okay, hold on. Since some
It's only
people...
backwards on yours, man.
No way. Really?
Yeah.
So you
Yeah,
could
it read right.
Yeah, we're right.
it read right?
Uh-huh.
Red right, blue left. Thank you guys. I appreciate all you guys so much. Big Fish, Little Boat 1. I just want to say that the Big Fish, Little Boat.
I told Coop never to talk about that, and there he is. What the heck, man?
All right, well, let's go ahead and bring this to. Oh my God, I cannot believe.
Next, Coop is going to talk about the cameras I put in Dart's bathroom.
The fact is, I don't remember. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in this evening. Let's give a quick little shout out for John Crump. You can follow him at John Crump News, John Crump Live, John Crump Gaming, John Crump Everything, John Crump ATF, all that. You can follow Flying Rich, different places. He's out there.
Many different places.
Yeah, mostly
FlyingRich.com gets it, all of them.
Mostly MySpace. FlyingRich.com, where you can get all the daily deals for all of this.
Yeah, so he can go on and try to like push his.
We're just kidding, kind of. But anyway,
I'm not
Nick,
talking
when
crap
you
any
do my
more
next,
than any other gun tuber.
well, you do that on your channel. That's
when
the
I do
point
my
of-
next OAN appearance, he's going to be texting me. Tell him to go to flyingrich.com/I. Tell him to go to flyingrich.com/I.
Drop my PSA link. All right, well, let's go ahead and do my closer. So, guys,
Be kind, rewind.
for all of you out there that thank you, come on PLA with that 36 hundo, appreciate that. For all of you guys that been here for a while, you know how I close every single stream. If you haven't been around, if you haven't heard it, it's important, okay? And I truly believe this, and this is why I close every single stream the same way. First off, guys, my Noti squad, I don't know where my Noti squad is at. If you're in the chat, thank you. The notification squad, as soon as the oh, nice.
Got my whole box next to me.
As soon as the video is done and it drops, if you go drop a comment and you say notification squad and then anything, you can literally just type anything, the word anything. If you put notification squad or Noti squad or notification NS, I don't care. Just something that shows me that you're doing this to support your boy. then I'll be using the comments for a drawing, which I've done a few times. No D Squad. No D Squad. Play Freebird. Great song. Hold on. Was Nate D the other one? I actually forgot who the other one is that won. I got Morningstar and I got his address. Whoever else won the other one, I actually don't remember. I need to go back to the stream and figure it out. But guys, here's how I'll end it as I do every single stream. Rule number 1 is to be kind. It's so important that we're kind in everything that we do. That brief little moment that interaction with somebody, you can have a massive impact on their life. So just be kind in everything that you do. Rule number 2 is live a life of care, compassion, contribution, give to others. When you bless others, you become blessed. Your life gets bigger. That's just the way the world works, because a hand that's open to give is also open to receive. Also, number 3, we know that the only way for us to defeat evil is with good men that are skilled in violence. So make sure that you are becoming as highly skilled in violence as you possibly can be. And be safe, be dangerous, and keep that thing on you. Not like this thing, like an actual thing. Keep that thing on you. And with that, Crump, Rich, thank you. Viewers, I love y'all. I love y'all so much. Just remember, keep that thing on you. I don't like that one. I'm going back to the other one. Night, y'all. Okay, stop the presses. The moment that I hit that, breaking news! Breaking news! The moment that I hit that, I just got a Cash App from Come Out in PLA that says $36 for 3,600 pennies to celebrate 3,600 subs. Thank you. Come Out in PLA. You're the man. Thank you guys. He's a baller. He stays balling. And then usually he's trying to one up somebody else. So like, I'm surprised that he doesn't send another Cash App for 37. Don't do it. Yeah, 3601. He has to beat people by a penny. Anyway, I love all y'all. Thanks so much. And maybe give it a comment. Comment on other people's comments, like their comments, and share and all that stuff, because it would be great to be seen in the algorithm as a worthy channel to be recommended. I love y'all. Bye. I'm worthy.